This is what it looks like this Wednesday, March 5 in Boya. The courts are open, but lawyers who defend the rights of their clients absent.
The judges were in court, the court were in session, litigants were there, but no lawyer was in court. You can see the way I'm dressed today. This is 10 a.m. in the morning, and I'm not putting on my regular suit. I'm supposed to be in court, but no lawyer is in court. So today we are home. We are either in our offices or we are in our houses. It's 10 a.m. By 1 p.m. I'll move around town to greet some of my friends and maybe go back to my office and do some legal work.
They heeded to the calls from the President Mba Eric to down their tools and evade the court in retaliation for the wanton brutality meted on them by security forces.
It is appalling. For the last 2 to 3 years, the rate of police brutality on not only lawyers but civilians is becoming and unbecoming. I am a human rights lawyer, and we have decried the brutality on civilians by the forces of law and order. Cameroon has signed the Convention Against Torture and Degrading and Inhuman Treatment. And so the police and gendarmes must respect this international treaty that Cameroon has signed and ratified, and is part of our law as per the preamble of the Constitution and per Section 45 of our Constitution.
The protest prescribed by the bar president runs for 3 days, time good enough to appeal to the consciences of Cameroon authorities.
The latest case of Barrister Tamfo Richard and the case of the 1st of March that involves our colleague, Barrister Ngao Gilbert, where he was manhandled by the forces of law and order in Douala, police officers to be precise. This is what has caused the bar president to call this strike, and he has stated in his communique that legal actions are going to be taken. We are seeing what is happening in the case of Barrister Tamfo Richard, wherein he was brutalized by gendarme officers, and instead the gendarme officers are the one charging him for destroying military equipment, for all sorts of charges, and we are waiting. Maybe this one also, this our colleague Ngao Gilbert, who was malhandled, they will say that he also beat up police officers. But as a bar president has said, we are going to make sure that criminal proceedings will continue.
Brutality meted on defense and security forces on civilians is becoming way too common in Cameroon. Civil society actors continue to press for the greater respect of the rights of Cameroonians as prescribed by international conventions.
Saying that this is not the type of society we want. We have the judicial police officers and lawyers and judges. We are in one core to see how to foster the realm of justice, to see that justice is served in a society. We have to collaborate. We have to work together. I think that even after this strike action, I'm calling on the bar president and all other judicial officers to sit down and see how these problems can come to an end. We cannot continue like this.
The wish is to see one more lawyer go on with their practice in a safe space where they can continue to advocate for justice to the needy.
Lawyers on strike. Lawyer then dey on strike, my dear people. Lawyer then the strike say, where? People the way they be dey on strike 9 years ago, they don't still come back again for strike. He who fights and run away shall fight another day. Now, lawyers them the vex say there is police brutality and whatsoever. They know they respect them. Of course, lawyers then they go very, very big school. They did stay for school before they even come be lawyer sef, and they write strong exam. Now this one na just some of those things they will gonna say the tip of the iceberg. There is no way you will want to merge two systems. No way, no the way you want harmonize two systems. Una know say we for Southern Cameroon, our own practice na say wetin we dey practice common law. And first you dey be lawyer, from lawyer before you go be magistrate. But for civil law, you dey go na school for can be magistrate, where you be answerable to the government. That means say magistrate for inside common law system be more of somebody wey e be independent from the administration. But for La Republic, magistrate e be na e be trained by the administration. That means e be trained by the executive arm. E dey answer to Obia. How is the judiciary in La Republic independent? It is not independent. There is nothing in La Republic like separation of powers. There is nothing in La Republic like democracy, because when we talk about democracy, we talk about some of the characteristics, which is separation of powers. That means the judiciary acts independently, the legislative arm, those who make the laws, they act independently, the executive act independently. Have you ever seen that in La Republic? You have never seen that there. It's not possible to see it there. Pobia, now president and head of state commander-in-chief, Pobia is the president of the higher judicial council. Now Pobia they appoint judges. Now Pobia they appoint magistrate. It therefore means say justice in La Republic of Cameroon depends on the discretion of Paul Biya. I don't know if you understand what I talk about. So if go for your National Assembly, everything there is CPDM made. Kavayege Jibri is a stooge to Paul Biya. That their so-called Senate, Maxenyan Jifenji, is a stooge to Paul Biya. By so doing, there is nothing like democracy in La Republic. There is nothing like separation of powers. So you see the difference between our own system, which is the common law system, which is the legal system, and their own system, which is the civil law. Now, get this clearly, my dear people, fellow Ambazonians. We dey for a situation where we fight because of an identity. We fight because of our identity. We fight because of that identity where we get them. We don't define them because one job fight. No, because of our identity. That is what we want to protect. That's what we want to preserve. That's what we want to keep. I don't know if I understand what I talk. When our lawyers then become out, Agbobala them, they become out Harmony Bobga, they become out, as I talk say, it no be possible for send French-speaking magistrate for inside English-speaking court, me they preside over cases them, and a judgment they come out now in French, right? Wetin La Republic do am? They take their time, they send their pikin for English school. The pikin don't go learn English. They come now. Now whether if somebody the question Atangana, it talk English fine. Mbaraga, inim na Mbaraga, inim na Owuna, it talk English fine. But if he be magistrate for inside Southern Cameroon court. Now, our problem is not language. Our problem no be say me La Republic arrange judicial system. Our problem is say our identity has been trampled upon. They have touched that part of our life which is us, that's the soul of our country, Southern Cameroon. Yes, now the thing that we will fight for. Me no man no can begin to say, oh, we fight say me they make Ohada, me they translate them for English version. We fight say me they na lie. All those things are na just sugarcoating. The real issue, that the root cause of this problem. And now why that una see and way ekelebe them, gendarme, police, whatsoever be, all those people them, they are trained to beat or to go after anyone who is not or who is going against Pobia. I don't know if they get me very well. Any man where they against Pobia, they go after you. Now the system that way they in place for La Republic. You know if you stay with them. It no be possible for harmonize civil law and common law. Now just one of the example that for tell you say this, so the two cannot merge. Now for me, they go their separate way. Lawyer then the worker cry. Nothing will change. When I hear that lawyer, they talk how they be gendarme, they be go lay so other one. Kelebe the police then go lay so other one. Case go nowhere. Usa barrister Tamfu Richard day. Barrister Tamfu Richard away na 237 town crier. Danny Green a lawyer. They be holding rough handling. Wait don't say happen. Now a Kelebe they don't go lay complaint against ye the barrister Tamfu Richard. When na ye a Kelebe then beat them. They don't say go put complaint against ye say na he don't destroy a Kelebe they attend them. When I see they kind of pay you, when they don't know. They kind of pay that when they don't know. I tell we say we still there for that kind of mess. They will fall a hand, will beg, will cry, will beg pobia. Na lie boy, na lie. We'll put them for their skin. I say na lie. We no go beg them. We no go beg them. Now the system that we run talk say we no dey. We no dey. Pobia na he dey control all things. Now Pobia get caught them. All that magistrate, them, all that state council, na Pobia he own. They are answerable to Pobia. What you want do? Justice in La Republique is determined by Paul Biya, by his own discretion. What you want to talk? All the lawyers they say you waste their time. They waste their time. The only place where we don't stand take away na the right track, na the solution. Where na only the journey to Boyadat. Now the journey that to freedom land. That is the journey. That is the journey to freedom land. The people of Southern Cameroon, the La Republic go with their system, will go our own. They go with their system, will go our own. We don't know we order their thing them. Order to say Calais. We don't know we order thing them. Because for La Republic system, for civil law, if man can't accuse you, if me and you get problem, I go report you, talk say this so you don't thief my thing. Now you way I don't can accuse am. Now you I don't accuse am. You can't defend yourself or talk say you no be thief. For show evidence say you no be thief. For civil law. Where instead now me I suppose for come show evidence say you be thief man. But instead now you can defend yourself say no you no be a thief man. How can a system that for common law for our own law if you accuse man say the man a thief man say don't thief your thing you go show proof say that man a thief man. You go show proof for that. I'll soon I give my next update. Lawyer then the worker they cry. Lawyer then they cry. But the way they go do, they cry now. Who will help them? Case go nowhere. Pobia is the president of the higher judicial council in La Republique. There is no justice in La Republique. You can never get justice in La Republique. Justice depends on the discretion of Paul Biya. When I share the video, me go for all that lawyer them. For inside all that lawyer them. Share the video, me go for them. When they go protest, I protest away. Justice no will ever come. Una know what if you do. I'm gonna